welcome to day 18 of our 21 days teaching Leap 21. 21 days teaching you, short, concise thoughts on how to take advantage of the prophetic word for the year. And I want to believe that these 17 days gone past have been phenomenal and they've been a tremendous blessing to you. I mean, if you're just joining, you know that what we're teaching is from Genesis 26:22. Isaac called the name of the place Rehoboth. He said, "For God has made room for me, and I shall be fruitful in the land." And that's because of what God had done for him. He was digging wells, and people had come to contend for the first well, Esek, Sitna. And even Bible theologians tell us that he redug some wells of Abraham before that they contended for, dug new wells, Esek and Sitna contended for. And now he dug this one and he called the name of it Rehoboth. And I believe very strongly that you have come into your Rehoboth. Here are practical tools, just to help you take full advantage of it. Now, I started looking at the laws of God, all right, in the earth, just to help you with this. And we looked yesterday at the first one from Matthew 7:12. Whatever it is you want people to do to you, do. There's another one I want to show you in Matthew chapter 5 and verse 41. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 41. And that's a powerful one. It says, "Whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain." And that's a powerful, powerful, powerful one. This is anti-culture. Goes against the grain, goes against culture. Now, what was Jesus speaking of here? The context obviously was they were under Roman occupation, under Roman rule, and they were being treated bad. All right, they were treated in very terrible ways and manners. And then Jesus then comes around and he says, listen, rather than developing resentment, complaints, and bitterness against your bosses and against the masters, he says, if they compel you to go 1 mile, go with him twain. And then he mentions other things, but I want to focus on this. And the reason why is that I have found out that adversity usually would help you develop skill and competence. What do I mean by that? If you always deliver barest minimum, you are never ever going to be a candidate for excellence and fruitfulness. This is what I've discovered about the earth. So the principle is this, and whilst contextually I was referring to Roman occupation and the adversity that was upon Israel because of that, what he's saying, the lesson here is this, is that there should be no point in your life where you deliver what is asked of you. In essence, if you are asked 1, deliver 2. If you're asked 3, deliver 5. If you're asked 5, deliver 10. Always ensure that you go one step beyond what is demanded of you. And I found out that these are some of the laws that governs, how favor seems to come on some and elude some other people. If you are told to go 1 mile, if you are compelled to go 1 mile, Jesus says go double, go twice. So never be found giving barest minimum. Never be found to be that person who they said to us, oh, let's show up by 5. You showed up by 5. No, show up by 4:45. Never be found to be that person they said, oh, let's write 200 words, and you wrote 200. Write 210. Write 250. Always go the extra mile. Let me quickly say this to you. Your extra mile is not always going to be rewarded physically, but there's always a reward for the extra mile, which means you have developed yourself an extra mile than the other person. You're a better person, skill-wise, competence-wise, by the other person. By the time life circles round and begins to look for who is qualified and who is competent for this new opening that God has in the earth, you have prepared yourself through incremental progresses over time. The little things that don't seem to matter, or in the area of timing, in the area of skill, in the area of this, in the area of that, and everybody thinks that we are all on the same level, but those little incremental additions is what makes the monumental difference when decisions are about to be made. And so it's one of the most powerful laws I've discovered in the Word of God, which is ensure that you go that extra mile. Whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. You're not doing it because of them. You're doing it because of yourself. You're doing it because of the opening that God is bringing into you. Usually, what happens with a lot of people is that God opens the door, creates this kind of openings, and we are just not ready. We don't have the capacity to take advantage of it. It's what happened with David. It's what happened with Joseph. You can study about these people. It's what happened with Daniel. They were never men of barest minimum. Never. You never, in fact, you can't study the word of God and come to that conclusion about them. You look at Joseph, you find out that he always went to the extra mile. You see the same thing with David. I mean, why would you go after the lion and the bear? If you had left it, nobody would speak against you. But it's that increase, the lion today, the bear tomorrow. It is what had added to his life, such that when the opportunity to take Goliath down came, he was ready for it. It is the little increments, the little addition, incremental additions here and there, by you going the extra mile, that builds up to make you that person who is ready to take opportunities when they come. Remember, you're not doing this for anybody. You're not doing it for the applause of anybody. You know, there are those who do these things based on eye service and all this. You're doing it because you know that there is no extra mile that you go that is not rewarded. Let me say it again and say it categorically. There is no extra mile that you go in your life that is not rewarded. Every extra mile is rewarded. All right, it may not be rewarded immediately with material and pecuniary returns and all of the rest, but it is rewarded with a better version of yourself. So, my question to you today is this: are you going the extra mile, or are you simply living by barest minimum? My name is Ayo Ajani, and I'll see you same time tomorrow.